The future of tomorrow is in your hands as a student of biosciences. Legends are not born. They are not even made or manufactured. They come out of their experiences. But when legends decide to teach the next generation, I would say that's 1 in a billion opportunity for the students of tomorrow. The future of tomorrow is in your hands as a student of biosciences. But if you learn from the best, then only you can earn the best. So in today's session, I have Officiating Vice Chancellor and Dean of School of Biosciences, Professor H.S. Subramanya sir. Welcome to the show once again, sir.
Thank you, Shekhar.
And it's a pleasure to have you back. So today we are in the campus of Chanakya University to meet sir and his students and of course faculties. So let us start by talking about what has changed since last year in Chanakya University under your leadership that the students who are going to take admission must know.
So there are a lot of things which have changed. As you are aware, this is a young university. Growth is one of the things that's always happening in a rapid phase in any young university. Of course, you can see the infrastructure. New building has come up. In fact, the building now we are sitting is really inaugurated just a few days ago. It completed inauguration. Similarly, new hostel blocks are coming up. New infrastructure facilities are coming up. A lot of infrastructural progress has happened. The student numbers have dramatically increased from the previous years.
Right.
Last year we were somewhere around 1,000 plus. This year it is 2,000 plus, but in the coming year we are expecting it will cross 3,000 students. In the School of Biosciences, many things have changed. One thing is we are now focusing on building more advanced infrastructure here. As part of that, we have procured the confocal microscope system, we have procured the mass spec system, we have also procured the biophysical measurements such as ITC and biocore and so on and so forth. A lot of new advanced facilities are coming up. New faculties have joined. Last year there were about 7 or 8 faculty, now it is 13 or so.
Right.
New faculty members have joined with very different areas of expertise, which again will be very useful for teaching students different domains of bioscience. The UG PG program started last year, is continuing for this year. Change that has happened is this year now we are introducing minors to our BSc students.
Right.
And the BTech students are completing their 1 year sort of a common program for 2 semesters, now entering domain-specific programs. Master students have completed the first year and they are in the process of having their own internships programs and opportunities for placements and so on and so forth. This concept of minor is something very interesting in the sense that new education policy NEP allows for a major and a minor combination in the BSc programs. So this will allow us to really specialize students in certain areas where they are interested, which are very interdisciplinary programs. As an example, at the School of Biosciences, we have introduced 3 minor programs this year: a pharmaceutical chemistry, a data science, as well as an entrepreneurship minor.
Wonderful.
So you can see that these will really cater for students with different kind of aspirations. If they want to go for pharmaceutical chemistry will be very ideal. If they want to remain in computational space, data science is very useful. And if they want to really go ahead with their own ideas and startups and so on and so forth, entrepreneurship program is very useful.
Right.
So I think we are progressing both in terms of infrastructure as well as our training programs or education programs to the next level.
Right. So that's a very nice explanation there. But sir, I would like to highlight one of the things which most of the parents come. So, there are more than 100 plus universities in our country. They are all teaching biosciences. So the parents come to me and say, how studying at Chanakya University would make my child different compared to other universities, because there is always a comparison we all do. So without taking any names, if you could tell me how Chanakya University prepares the students for the future industry, if you could highlight on that.
Very nice. Very good question. And really, every parent will have this kind of concern,
Right.
which is very justified as well. Chanakya University is really different from in many perspectives. As I said, starting from the quality of faculty we have and the infrastructure we have, this is where the first step starts.
Right.
Our faculty are highly trained. They are not just teaching faculty, they are doing their own research programs. They are collaborating with multiple other organizations, including several industries and so on and so forth. Many collaborative research projects are already in place, including with industries and so on and so forth. At the level of teaching, what happens really is, it's not limited to just classroom teaching. One thing is go and teach them about a topic in bioscience. Another thing is teach them, give them a practical exposure using the infrastructure that we have developed, and involve them in real life research projects. That is a sort of a holistic kind of education. So our philosophy for students have been like, you need to be strong in core subjects.
Right.
You need to develop advanced skills which are contemporary and in demand in academia and industry.
Right.
You need to have real world experience. Any one of these on its own is insufficient.
True.
So our philosophy is develop the holistic students who are well prepared to take up an academic career or an industrial career as they look like.
Right.
In addition to this, we are also providing students with other skills. Sometimes it's very important to know that a domain knowledge or a skill is insufficient.
True.
Can you really write? Can you really communicate? Can you really, think analytically? Are you having a problem-solving mindset? So these are also essential skills to establish a career, whether it's in academia or industry. So we are focusing on developing these skills in students through regular teaching as well as special programs. This year we are launching a special program on science communication, including scientific writing.
Wonderful.
So these kind of programs will keep coming up, enhancing the students' level of learning beyond just the classrooms.
Right.
I think that makes a lot of difference for the students, I believe.
Wonderful. So you have yourself done your PhD from IISc, then you did your postdoc from Oxford, and then of course you've worked in several industrial setups, including Dr. Reddy's. You have led their drug discovery platform also. So you have seen all the benchmarks. How you are aligning the vision of the School of Biosciences so that you can match the level where you have yourself studied, and of course they are all big universities. How you are aligning, because you are the officiating Vice Chancellor, Dean of Biosciences. What are the steps you are taking which will make the parents and the children confident that their future is safe with Chanakya University?
Right. Obviously Chanakya University wants to be a world-class university going down the line.
Of course.
There are many factors which will make us to get to that level. The first and foremost factor is university is not a set of buildings and infrastructure.
Very true.
And so on and so
Very
forth.
true.
University is about people.
True.
So the first step therefore is, what quality of people are we going to have at the university? To give an example of bioscience, our minimum eligibility criteria for a faculty position here is PhD from a reputed place, at least 3 years postdoctoral experience, and several research publications demonstrating their research skills. So this is the minimum criteria we set up. So therefore you can see that the quality of our faculty is always higher, and in comparison to any of the good institutes or national institutes all throughout the world.
Right.
Second difference it makes from the intention of the university to develop the students to become future leaders and future generation of scientists or engineers or whatever profession they are taking.
Right.
So as I earlier mentioned, our education programs are tuned in that way. We need to really develop world-class students.
Right.
Once we have world-class faculty and our alumni or of world class, and they are able to establish in all sections of society, academia, industry, and other organizations. Obviously, we will be on par with any world class university.
Wonderful. So, last and very important question to you. I know you have very less time, you have the next meeting. So, what are the steps or the efforts university is taking towards the placement of its students? If you could highlight the industry academia collaborations or efforts which is being done to ensure that every student gets placed, if you could highlight that.
Again, a very, very relevant question. And obviously, we need to have students who have the ability to take up any sort of placements in industry.
True.
And of course, universities should support that kind of an ecosystem as well. I will start from the efforts that have been happening at the university level. Then I will come to what we are doing at the school, apart from what universities has been doing.
Right.
We have established a strong placement cell within the university. Last year, we conducted a HR conclave. About 80 companies or so participated. I don't know the exact number. Some large number of companies participated in the HR conclave. These were some of the top companies which came. The idea there is to give them a glimpse of what university is doing, what sort of programs are running, and make sure that these HR people will come to us for placements and so on and so forth.
Right.
The second step that the placement cell is taking is training the students for placement purpose. One thing is, as I mentioned earlier, they have good domain knowledge,
Right.
but facing an interview is a different art.
Of course.
So we are bringing in external experts to train our students to face the interviews, how to prepare for it, including how to prepare your CV to begin with, and so on and so forth. That step has been taken at the university level. Third thing that university is doing is university has created industry clusters. Okay? Of course, it's across the university. Currently, there are 4 clusters or so we have already formed. 5th one is on the way. We have space, we have defense, we have mobility, we have pharma and healthcare devices. Okay. So these 4 industry clusters have been identified.
Hello.
Some of the people from McKinsey and so are helping us to connect with industries working in these areas.
Right.
The idea there is to develop collaborative projects with the industries,
Right.
utilizing our students.
Okay.
That means to say that our students will be able to work as interns to begin with placement opportunities at a later stage.
Right.
So these industry clusters are really working very well. Last few months ago, we had a space conclave, for example. 20 companies which are working in space technology, they participated in that conclave. And all of them said that, look, this is what we want to do and we can jointly work on these. Based on that, some 3 or 4 projects have already come to Chanakya University to work in this area.
Okay.
Of course, it will be expanded to other areas as well, as I said, mobility, defense, and pharma and biotech.
So how about at the school level, what we are doing?
So now at the school level, this is what is happening. So we have one industry cluster, as I said, pharma, healthcare devices, diagnostics, and so on and so forth. So we have started building a lot of collaborations with companies in these areas.
Right.
We have already signed MoUs with 3 or 4 companies where we can start working on some joint projects, opportunities for our students to do internships. They have also agreed to come and speak to our students what they are looking for,
Right.
participate in workshops, training our students to what is needed in their particular industries they want.
Wonderful.
Several faculty members have also collaborating with industry partners. New industry programs are coming up. We are also planning to expand this to research space by industry-sponsored PhD programs and so on and so forth. I think all these efforts will lead to eventually placements. Now, what is really needed for industrial placement is you have collaborations with the industry. Industry knows what your students are
Capable of.
learning and what skills they have, and in cases develop new skills that are needed. So this is happening from the industry collaboration. A lot of industries are coming now, and we are starting a lot of new programs with industries and so on and so forth. We have also spoken to many of the industries one-on-one with respect to internship opportunities and placements. Several of these companies, I don't want to take the name at this stage, but I would say that certainly more than 10 industries.
Right.
Okay? And all of them have agreed that they are happy to visit Chanakya University and look at our curriculum and see what our students are learning, and eventually come for campus interviews or recruitments and placements like that.
Right.
So that is also helping.
Right.
The third thing, which is also probably very important, is, I come from some industrial background as well as I do have academics background. With all these technological developments, including artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques, advancements which are happening in automation and so on and so forth, routine jobs without requiring so much of brain power or critical thinking, I think they will be thing of the past.
True.
So we need to really train the students in contemporary skills as well as utilizing critical thinking, problem solving skills. That means human oriented skills.
Sure.
They need to develop it. So
Right.
on the other hand, we are training the students to acquire those skills and requirements that are needed for the industry. Together with our training program as well as the collaborations we have, I'm confident that we will be able to build a robust placement opportunity for our students.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time today and sharing those thoughts and the growth story of Chanakya in last 1 year. I visited last year, I think in March, and I can see now, this is May of 2026, the infrastructural growth and the equipments around us, highly specialized equipment which the students can use, and that makes them industry ready. Definitely Chanakya University is putting effort in the right direction. I wish you all the best for this hard work which your team is doing, and to all the students and parents out there, if you are considering admissions, I've asked tough questions to the officiating Vice Chancellor and the Dean of Biosciences, and he was able to answer all of that. So you can see that today we are living in a world which is now transforming because of AI, ML, and the jobs of today are going to be the jobs of the past. So you have to be ready for the jobs of the future, and this gentleman and his team is making that happen. So all the best to everybody, and do consider Chanakya University if you're looking for a bachelor's or master's in biosciences. All the best.